honey, listen. This morning, I woke up. I feel great. I'm on vacation for a week. Laying out our stuff for dinner tonight. I'm gonna make chili, homemade chili, because it is a cool day. The way you hold on to me real tight. That's awesome. So into you. Halloween is upcoming, so we gotta play some Halloween stuff.
Ghostbusters by various artists on Amazon Music.
I know you guys know Ghostbusters. Let's go. Hello, everyone. It's time to wake up. So I will be. I did want to say that stay tuned for November, because I do have. It's just gonna be chit chatting and learning about other creators, and it is a special guest, so I will be posting that to my page. Yep, I'll be posting it to my page come November. We're going to have a special guest to join us and kind of learn about them and things like that. So I'm really excited. Good morning, Diane. How are you, love? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm just getting my house cleaned up, getting things prepared because I am. Good morning, Em. So in November, we will be having a special guest joining us. We're going to learn all about them. And so I'm going to make a post about it. I have to still confirm what day in November. But we're going to be learning all about them. And some exciting things, right? Yes. Yes. We're going to learn about the industry. We're going to learn about them. Let's see. Sugar. Do I want some sugar in this thing? Beautiful Jenny. How are you, my love? I'm going to make some homemade chili for dinner tonight. I figured that would be incredible. I am good, honey. I am good. Trying to just keep myself busy, you know. I am free all week, so girl, we made broccoli and cheese soup yesterday for dinner. What are you putting in yours, Diddy? We put cream cheese, Velveeta. Hi, Muffy and Mama, my love. I hope you're doing well, honey. Yeah, so we did cream cheese, Velveeta, Jenny. I had to add a little bit of flavor to mine. So I did onion powder, I did garlic powder, salt and pepper. Your daughter requested it. She's going to love it, babe. Because it's fucking phenomenal. No lie. Yeah, girl, it's really good. I myself tried to, yeah, you love some French but still. Alexa off. Hi, my love. How are you?
I'm okay. Getting better, you know.
Are you healing?
I am. I still miss her a lot, but you know,
I know, love.
very lonely, you know.
I know.
But
And you know, and it's such a part of our process. We never prepare for it when it's our pets, you know.
well, that's the thing. She was only 11, so I really thought like, they say oh, cats live till they're 17, 18. I thought I was going to have her, and then all of a sudden this came out of like overnight, So,
Which makes it much harder.
yes. Yes, it's like what?
Enchiladas sound good.
Oh my God, it was crazy. But how are you doing? How's everybody in the family doing?
Everybody is hectic. Grandfather's got to have heart surgery, so we've been. I have to take him to that appointment. We have a consultation appointment because
Okay.
the doctor has been on to his ass
Right.
for quite some time, but he has to have an aortic valve replacement.
Right. Which is very common. A lot of
Yes.
people. Yeah. Yeah.
And he is being rebellious because he thinks they're going to do open heart surgery.
Oh,
And
okay.
so we've had a time with him
I'm sure. I'm
regarding
sure.
that. He He's like, absolutely not. And I'm like, no, you're going. You're going.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. You're going.
Right.
So I finally got a hold of the doctor, and we're just waiting on confirmation for the consultation visit, and then we'll go back for the surgery
Okay.
because he wants to do his own testing.
Yeah. Yeah. They're
Well, the
tough.
doctor that they're referring to him to wants to do his own testing
Yes.
because he wants to confirm, or because he said that his aortic valve is just barely open,
Wow.
and he's already had a widowmaker and 3 stents.
Yeah.
So it's, he said that it's very important for him to get it done.
Right.
And they'll go up through his groin and do it.
Oh, okay. They're gonna do through the groin. Okay.
Yes. Because he refuses anywhere else. He refuses it.
Believe it or not, the wrist is much better. Um, it because I had it in my wrist for the first time. I have 3 stents, and they did it through my groin. But the wrist is like half the amount of time you got to wait. Um,
Oh,
you know,
really?
yeah,
Yeah, see, he doesn't want them up and near his chest. He does not. Absolutely not.
right.
He is pitching a bitch about that. So like for himself, the doctor said, there's alternate ways to go in and do it. He said it's almost like it's hardening like cement,
Mm,
and it's closing. So it's got to be done soon, because he said it went from not severe to severe stage,
yeah, yeah,
and it could cause a lot of issues upcoming. And he said we had that initial visit. So and then I
yeah.
have my dad's brother. He's been septic, so he was in and out. He's in the hospital, and they found out that his spot came back as cancerous. So
Oh
it's been a
no.
nightmare. It's truly. So I've been focusing a lot, having to do 2 different things at once and run here and run there.
I know. I know. I know. I had, first my best friend died, and then a week later another friend passed away, and then my cat. So like 3 weeks in a row. It was like,
I know.
oh my
Isn't it
god,
crazy?
it was crazy. Yeah, and
Yeah.
the nice thing is I was with my girlfriend's partner the other day, and I check in with her, and we're gonna get together again on Thursday. So I'm trying to. Everybody, all
I
of
love
us are
that.
trying to keep her busy. They picked her up, so she's home from the funeral parlor, and that was a rough day for her. And 44 years together is a long time. You
Oh,
know,
absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah.
Hi, Miss Shannon. Yeah, it's
Good morning.
Shannon, do you know you're in a box, honey?
Oh, sorry. I'm fussing with the dog.
Oh, freedom. He's so cute. But yeah, like it seems like it comes in a lot. And like I have been running around like
Yeah.
after hours. I've been going and trying to schedule all these appointments for him, because like my grandmother, she gets overwhelmed. So just to take the
Yes.
load off of her,
Uh-huh.
she doesn't like to drive. So I will be taking him to all of his appointments, his surgical
Yeah.
appointments and things like that. So I just working around that, and it's and he gets overwhelmed too
Yeah.
easily, especially with the doctors, because he hates them. He
Mm-hmm.
hates going to them.
I get it.
Because he's like, every time I turn around, it's a freaking doctor's appointment every
Yeah.
single time.
Yeah.
But he's up in age, so they're going to require a lot more visits.
Of course.
And he still has to check in with the cancer doctor because he is cancer free, but
Right.
he still has to have every 3 months. It has to be a
Absolutely.
checkup.
Yeah. Yeah. Aw, poor grandpa.
I know he's a mess. He's stubborn as shit.
Oh,
You can't get him to listen to nothing. I'm like, I don't care if I have to tie you to the fucking car. You're having it done.
yeah.
Period. We're not going to argue about it. You're going, and that's just the end of that.
That's it. Yep.
Yep. That's
And he'll see, you know what? After it's done, he's going to be like, wow, how much better he feels. You know what I mean? Like,
yes. Because when he had his first heart attack, like literally, it scared the living shit out of me because they told him if he would have got there 3 minutes later, he would have died.
uh-huh.
That's how like he was. And he had come in from outside working, and all of a sudden he told my grandmother, he's like, I'm not feeling well. I am really not feeling well.
Yeah.
They get me an appointment. So they go out there to the doctor's office. Do you know the doctor's office didn't even call a freaking ambulance?
What?
And he kept telling them, he's like, he was pouring a sweat. And
Oh, my God.
he was pasty, and he drove himself to the hospital.
Oh, my God.
And my grandmother was in the car with him. She called me while in the car with him. I
Yeah.
had no idea because I was at work.
Yeah, yeah.
And she called me when they got to the red light, like 5 miles from the hospital, and he started turning pasty and started drooping.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh my God, like I was jumping in the car trying to get up there because I was like, oh my God, he's going to pass out under the wheel.
Yeah,
He's literally
yeah.
going to pass out and kill both of them. And he gets to the emergency room. It took them 5 minutes to bring a wheelchair.
What?
Dead ass.
Oh, my
And
God.
they got him back in the ER, and he said, I need to lay down. I can't stand up. And about the time that they got him, she reached up to get the light. Like, you know how when they get the light in the
Yeah,
room,
yeah,
they pull
yeah.
it down? Well, she reached up to get the light, and he fell back on the bed and started turning pasty, real
Oh,
pasty. And here they come flying with the crash carts, the doctors. Everybody came in and was like, he's having a heart attack. Let's get him up to the heart cath.
yeah.
And immediately he told him, he said, you had 1 minute. 1 minute.
Yep.
And
Wow.
if he wouldn't have gotten that fast, I'm like, oh my God, like that is insane. No, Nikki, this was his first heart attack. He has to have heart surgery. He has to have the aortic valve replaced. So I've been kind of MIA dealing with all of that because they get stressed out, and then I'm trying to, help my grandmother arrange all of that, and then up on side helping her take care of her house because it's doctors, it's here, it's there,
Yeah. Well, that was like, Dora, I was 45 years old and I just did not feel good, right? I thought it was indigestion. I just was taking Tums. I was taking like everything. This went on for 4 weeks, right? And because of my age and because of being a woman, they kept saying, oh, you're a single mom, you're stressed, here, take a Valium, here, take a Xanax. 4 weeks. Finally, they sent me to a cardiologist. He's like, there's no way. All your blood work is normal, everything, And I said, something isn't right. I can't even lay flat. Like, I can't even sleep. So finally, he goes, let's talk about your family history. I go, yeah, let's do that. My dad was 53 with 4 bypasses. Okay. All right. Let's do the stress test. When I got on that stress test, it felt like I could set the building on fire, the burning in my chest. He goes, you have angina. He said, let's do the x-ray. So they shoot the dye. I leave. I put the key in my car and they called me to come back in. There was a blockage. Okay. They put me in the hospital, do the catheterization. This doctor leaned over and said to me, I'm so sorry that no one believed you, but your main artery is 99.9 blocked.
yeah.
And
And that's crazy. Like, when
yeah,
you don't realize it.
yeah,
And like he's one of those tough, hard-headed
yeah,
men. So it's hard to get him to, he's like, they're not going to keep me down. They're not
Right.
going to keep me
Right.
down.
Right.
After his stance, do you know what his ass was doing building a porch?
Uh,
Like,
yeah. Yeah.
he did the same thing through chemo. You know how when they say chemo makes you not want to eat or
You're
you
right.
get really super tired? Not him. He was out cutting the grass and eating up hell.
God bless him. Yeah.
He's so hard-headed that he
I
won't
know.
listen. And like, it's been, oh my God. The other day when they first told him that it was a moderate to severe, it went
Mm-hmm.
from moderate to severe, that he needs to have it done. He's like, well, you're not touching my heart, so that's bullshit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, we're not doing this. You're going and you're
Yeah.
having it done regardless of what you say. I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not arguing with you. You're going because this is your health, or,
Mm-hmm.
take the chance.
Right. That's a man. Yeah. Well, they told me after they repaired my widowmaker that I had anywhere from 3 days to a week. Either my kids would have been burying me at 45 or I would have had a massive heart attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
because like it was, I thought it was heartburn. And women are different than men. Like my
Yes.
arm didn't hurt, but when you have a blockage, it's very hard to find because the only way they could see that is through a cardiac, what do you call it, CAT scan or a catheterization. Doesn't show anywhere else.
Mm-hmm. Mickey, I'm so sorry, honey. They are so stubborn. They are so
Yeah,
stubborn. And you have to literally fight with them consistently
yeah,
to get them to do anything.
yeah,
And my grandmother, I just don't want her stressed out with it. And I told her, I said, he has no option. He's going. That's just, I called the doctor. I set up the appointment. They told me that they would send the referral over and they would get back with us this week for the consultation visit because he's going. I
yeah.
was like, no, we're not dealing with that with him. He's not
Hmm.
going to refuse it because he told him, he said, literally, if you don't have it done, you could have a massive heart attack.
Yeah. Is he on blood thinners?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's been on them for years because he had a blood clot go through his heart.
Okay.
It was getting ready to go through his heart, and they had to do that procedure
Right.
back a few years ago. And he, of course, it was stubborn then, and he didn't want to take the blood thinners, but he's been on them. He takes them faithfully,
Okay, good.
and he also has nitro if something
Yeah,
like
if
that
something
happens.
happens. You
Yeah.
know what else too is really good? And I keep it in my house because after my first stent, they had me take it for 3 days. The Bear 350 milligram aspirin. And a friend of mine
Good
was
morning,
going
Nelly.
through the same thing I was going through with the heartburn, and she got up in the middle of the night and she remembered me telling her that. She took one, went back to sleep, got up, next morning went to the hospital, and he said, whatever you took saved your life because, and I keep them in my house faithfully. So when I'm not feeling good, I'll just take the 350 milligram. It really thins your blood, but he's on blood thinners, so I'm not on blood thinners anymore.
Oh
Um,
yeah, like, and it's such a blessing that you don't have to take it because um, oh my gosh, it gets crazy,
oh, I
especially
know. I
when you're
had
feeling like
bruises
that.
on my body, Dora. It looked like somebody beat the hell out of me.
Oh yeah, he gets them still to this day because he falls. He takes
Mm-hmm.
falling spells, or he'll hit his, like the other day he was working on something and hit his head, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Stop
yeah,
it.
yeah. He's a typical man. Yep, yep.
Hi, Nikki.
Good morning. I'm not sure if you can hear me. I've been sick, so my voice is super deep. But I wasn't sure if you can hear me clear enough. If not, I'll have to join another time. But I'm trying to be more box savvy. Um, I'm always windmilling in the damn comments.
I can't.
But I'm very heart unsavvy, like overall. I have a lot of medical issues, but I've never had heart. And my husband has polycystic kidney disease. So heart follows suit
Mm-hmm.
with the kidneys.
Uh-huh.
Typically, you don't pass away from being on dialysis. You pass away from the heart attacks.
From a heart attack, yeah.
Um, so last year he started showing a bit of signs that weren't normal to the polycystic side of things. And so I kept telling him he's so stubborn to go to the doctors. Well, he's a workaholic and busts his butt. And it winds up that he calls me, goes to work, calls me at 9 o'clock in the morning. He's like, I think I'm having a heart attack. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he was like, his best friend works with him. So he was like, yeah, I'm short of breath and I just puked. And he was giving me symptoms. And I'm looking this up, Googling it like an idiot. And I was like, babe, you need to leave. Like, you need to go to the hospital. There's one close to his job. No, he doesn't do that. He gets in the truck, drives here, picks me up, drives to the hospital, all while having a heart attack.
Oh
And
my.
Oh
so
yeah, that's how my
they,
grandfather did. He wouldn't listen.
oh, and so we get there. They check everything. Yes, you're having a heart attack. They explain what was going on. And he freaks out and AMAs himself. I literally lost my shit. So they wanted to transport him from one hospital to the other, which is a cardiac hospital
Right.
local to us. So I turn around, and the next thing you know, we are literally. We're on the way home in the truck, and I literally lost it. I literally threatened divorce. I was so mad at him because here I'm thinking he's not going to make it through the night. Like, what is he doing? So it got to the point where I think he understood that I was literally, this was not going to be an acceptable answer.
Yeah.
So he said, I will sleep through the night and I will go in the morning. I didn't sleep a wink, literally sat there watching him all night, like scared to death. We go there and they go in and do the heart cath. We got to the other hospital. They instantly brought him in. They did the cath and found out that he has multiple blockages. So basically they started him on a bunch of meds. He is getting insurance in place, but he's so stubborn. He's working, carrying on with his life, and that's how he is, which I understand. But it's
It's the
my
older generation.
anxiety.
Yeah.
It's my anxiety is through the roof.
I could
Through the
imagine.
roof.
I
Yeah,
know.
because you worry, is he going to have another one at any minute?
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
I have been so, like this whole week, I have been literally going over there, making sure he's not doing too much, staying on his ass.
Yeah.
And because I'm like, dude, you can't, my grandfather will fucking continue to work regardless if he's having a heart attack or not.
Yeah, like you
Yeah.
said, it's the generation. Yeah.
All they know is work.
Yeah.
So they don't
Yeah.
slow down. They've never been used to being slowed down.
Exactly.
No, and he's not like we know what he needs to do. We've already gone to the surgeon. We're waiting for the insurance, which is going to be in the next short amount of time. But this has been 3 months now that we've been
Yeah.
going back and forth about everything, and it like I said, my anxiety is through the roof. I'm scared to death constantly, and it's horrible to say that, but like he's not. But he keeps an active life. He's still going hunting. He's still doing it, but he's with people. I have a way to kind of keep him monitored. We have satellite cameras.
Hmm.
I can see because it's just the unknown is very difficult to deal with. And I knew all the stuff with the kidney, but I guess because he is young, I was, hoping the heart attack side of things would take a little bit longer. But, at this point, it's just day by
But
day.
if
But
you being able to monitor him gives you much ease too.
yeah, yeah, because he wouldn't
It
be in the
gives
woods
you,
if it wasn't for the fact that I couldn't visibly see him. I get
Yeah.
pictures as much as I need. I have eyes on him, but it doesn't mean that he couldn't be driving. Work is only 5 minutes away,
Yeah.
so that's good. But like I literally went and spoke to my own doctor and said, I really need to get on a medication because my anxiety is so high right now. I normally
Hmm.
can control all of that. I always have. But it's so high just because it's the unknown and the fear of. And I'm not typically a half glass, empty type of person. That's
Yeah.
not how we live our lives. We never do. But it's just I have no control over this, and that is probably the scariest part. I'm a
That is.
control freak.
Can I ask you something? So he has multiple blockages, but they didn't fix them until he has insurance.
Yep.
What?
We went to this. Okay, so he had the heart attack. We went to the hospital. He left. We went the next morning to the other hospital. He did the heart cath. They kept him in for 2 days, and we're getting him in with the thoracic surgeon. So they released him. With my husband went from 0 meds to 6, multiple times a day.
I just
Um,
don't understand. I mean, I work for a
How can they
hospital.
let him go?
Well, that's my thing because if you don't have insurance, like I work for a trauma center, and if you don't have insurance, they have charity care. When
well,
I
we
had
it's
my first
when
stent,
we
I had no
excuse me.
insurance. I didn't know this doctor. They saved my life. $167,000 my bill was, and charity care picked it up.
We wound up when they found out when we went to the heart hospital.
Right.
When they found out he didn't have insurance,
Yeah.
excuse me, it wound up that we applied for everything. They tried to help us with stuff. They said he made too much money, all those sort of things. And I'm looking at them going, you do realize he's not going to be working for a bit, right? They had him out of work, I think, for like 8 weeks. And
Yeah.
I was like, so we go from his good income to zero for
Right.
him, but they go from past earnings. So he was denied for every single thing. It was, I think, 4 days later when he left the hospital, we were in with the thoracic surgeon. They were speaking to us. The doctor came in, looked at everything, and said, you absolutely need to have this immediately, or the prognosis is very slim.
Yeah.
So we got, they said they'd have to go in, do a bunch of testing, do the vein testing in the legs, because basically the veins are so weak that if they tried to go in and put the stent, which is what they were trying to do during the heart cath, it
Right.
could kill him, or unalive him, excuse me.
Yeah.
So it winds up that they said the surgeon alone said he is going to be probably a quadruple plus. But until
Mm.
he gets in there to see what he can work with, we know it's at least that.
Mm-hmm.
But we wound up getting the dates for pre-op, and they got the surgery scheduled and the scan scheduled for the legs, all these things scheduled. And the next thing you know, we were speaking about the insurance side of things with the coordinator, and we said he doesn't have insurance. We have been applying because we knew something was going on,
Right.
but he's being denied for everything. And with me being on SSDI, our income is really, he holds the household together. But it didn't. Like I said, we haven't gotten anywhere. We've been fighting and trying to find insurance and battling this all. He went back to work. He actually changed jobs to go from a higher impact job to he's completely stopped doing what he does for a living, and now he's a full manager. And that way the burden on his body is less.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so frustrating. But the
Yeah.
good news is we just received, because we keep applying and keep doing things, we just received approval. So
Good.
he will have insurance as of the 1st of November.
Oh, okay.
Um, but the frustration level of these past three to
Yeah,
four months,
absolutely.
I feel for anybody going through something like this
Because see,
because,
we also have in my hospital the trauma, which is emergency Medicaid, um, which only covers you for like 30 days. But at least it was something that he could have had this done. You know what I mean?
well, and I'm pretty sure what you just spoke of is what she tried to apply
He
for. It was
tried
an
to apply
emergency
for.
Medicaid. And
Yeah.
because of his income prior to this, he wasn't eligible. But I was looking at him going, okay, you do know that you guys just put him out of work for 8 weeks. They can receive the documentation from you. He is going to make zero for the next, whatever time he had, but that's going to be nothing for 8 weeks,
She could
on
have put
his.
down, yeah, see, our Medicaid I'm in New Jersey. Um, And at the time of the emergency, if he had no income, it would have been zero. And they would have had your SS, you know?
Mhm.
And
Yep.
yeah. I'm surprised they did that.
Yeah, and I'm not about trying to cheat the system. Like, I don't believe in getting
No, I
benefits.
get it.
We put everything down, all of my stuff, the small pot
Yeah.
you can piss in with my stuff, but we put everything, because I want to do things legally. Like, I'm not about that life.
Right,
But
right.
it's just so frustrating
I
because, as you
know.
said, they just put him out for 8 weeks. The coordinator knows this.
So he has no income.
Exactly.
And you know what
And
the
yet,
frustrating part about it is? On top of all that, you deal with their stubbornness.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
yeah, because,
I told my grandmother,
go,
I
sorry,
said,
go ahead.
he is driving me freaking nuts. Like
Right.
he needs to literally listen to what the doctor is telling him and not only listen to not even understand what they're trying to tell him.
Right.
Dora, my husband doesn't stop. Even on
Yeah.
his days off, he is. You'd think he had ADHD. Like, he's just a busybody. Like, which is also got me pre gaming for the rest of what's going to go on, because this man drives me nuts. If he has nothing to do as soon as he wakes up, he's going stir crazy, and I'm like, you need to pick a hobby that you can sit and do, or so I don't know what you're going to do. I'm going to buy
Right.
you a game system. Go race cars or go do something. You need to do something, because your recovery is not going to be your full open heart surgery.
Mm-hmm.
You do realize how long this is going to take.
Right.
Like, I joke with him, and I'm like, I'm going to make sure the doctors give enough meds to knock you out for the first couple
Oh my
months. But it's
Yes.
just,
Yes, because my
oh,
grandfather's the same way. If he can't wake up and go out and tinker with something or do something, he's going to drive us nuts.
Yeah.
And
that is my daily life.
girl, yes. And I'm like, can you just calm your shit and just
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean,
I
he
mean,
was
I
raised,
remember my dad was only 53 and he had 4 bypasses. And I'm talking about when they first started doing it. And my dad was a construction worker. And he never had a heart attack prior. After that, he had a heart attack, like 4 days after that. And it was, you got to be kidding me. Because what happens is when they have open heart, they give you the maximum medication. They don't know what you're going to have a reaction to or what's going to be too strong. And that's exactly what happened. It was the medicine was too much, you know. But my dad, oh my God, my mother was like, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him because he just doesn't want to sit still.
well, that was his father too. That's
Yeah,
exactly how his father was. The polycystic kidney disease runs in his family. There is no cure.
right,
Basically, you're basically biding time. I know there's new medications and there's some things on the forefront, but basically you're waiting until you go into full failure, and then you're, on dialysis and either looking for a transplant or
yeah,
you decide. But his father had 3 heart attacks. The third took him out. Now my husband's doing really well with his overall kidney function compared to his dad at the same age. But my
right,
husband didn't abuse his body, so he wasn't huge into alcohol or substances you're not supposed to do.
right.
So he's preserved much better than the rest of the family, who all have it too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, again, his dad started dialysis and then had his first heart attack, and
Right.
then 2 more there, and then the third was what took him out.
Yeah.
At the age my husband is right now, his father had already been on dialysis for over 5 years.
Wow.
So he's doing much better. The overall function is still much better.
Right.
His dad had fully failed at 5 years before the age he is now, which
Mm-hmm.
today is his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
But again, it's, everybody is different. Things happen differently.
Yes.
I guess I was, not that I'm naive and didn't think, oh, we could have a heart attack before the dialysis, but you kind of get your brain, in the realm of, well, wait,
100%. Yep.
trying to
Yep.
prevent failure, then knowing, do the fistula, get the dialysis, I guess I just was not putting the heart attack before the dialysis in my
Right.
brain. So I have had to reprogram that part. But
Mm-hmm.
again, it's all the years my husband has worked. He has worked since he was a young teen. He had the work ethic of his father. He has worked multiple jobs his entire life. He is
Mm-hmm.
just a workhorse.
Yeah.
And to be putting into a system for all these years, and the one time he's needed it,
Yeah.
they could care less is
Right.
very frustrating.
Yeah, sure.
Super frustrating.
Yeah.
But we're almost there. So I have to look at that. There's, you just don't stop until you get the right answers. And
Yep.
that's what I said to him. You clearly didn't work for the 8 weeks, changed jobs, didn't, get paid from that for a couple weeks. So you're looking at like a 10-weeker of no money. I said, so at this point, we're going to keep on applying. I'm going to keep doing this because
Yeah.
we don't have an option. You
That's
have
right.
to have this surgery, but how frustrating that they couldn't figure things out. That's your job. Like these coordinators that are supposed to help you navigate some of these obstacles literally do the bare minimum and just throw their hands up and be like, well, until he has surgery, honey, we can't do anything.
Well, see,
that's
that's terrible. That really is terrible.
Speaking of stubborn ass, he's calling me right now. Hold on a second. He calls me on. He's learned how to do Facebook. Oh, Lord help me. He sends me reels all day long. If he can't do anything, he's going to get on Facebook and send those reels. And he'll be like, he'll call me and he'll be like, did you see the reels I sent you? I'm like, yeah. He goes, well, I want you to make me this lasagna that I saw on there. I'm like, okay.
I guess it's better than him running around. He is sitting doing it, so you just got to take the win where you can.
Oh my God, right. And then tonight he's like, he told me, he said, well, I think I'm going to get up this morning and I'm going to go to Richmond. I'm like, why are you going to fucking Richmond?
Right.
Like, well, because I want to go down there and see my friend and hang out for a while.
I can't.
This is why I have a tracker on their device.
Okay. Yeah.
Because literally.
Yeah.
I told him, I said, Lord help me, if he ever got dementia, he would drive me nuts. He's, that's solely if something ever come down to where they needed full-time care, it would be me, because they do not want to be placed anywhere. And with him, he is so combative with doctors, with everything. You could tell that man that he has to sit down and take it easy for 2 weeks and can't lift anything, and the first thing he's going to do is go lift everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I worked in an actual day hab that worked with families that had members of their family with Alzheimer's or dementia. And basically, it was the caretakers, like if you took your grandfather, if you needed the time to be able to go to work or to appointments or whatever, they would come to us. One of them, I lost all my grandparents very, very young. So
did I.
Absolutely cherish people that are old.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And it really taught me a lot. Like, I didn't know enough about Alzheimer's and dementia. I was younger at the time when I did this job, but you truly learn the disease and you learn a lot about it.
Yeah.
And it's so heartbreaking. It is truly heartbreaking.
Oh my God, it's so bad. Like, my dad's mom had dementia and I was with her up until the main end. She heartbreaking to see them go from having a normal conversation to them asking you who you are.
Yeah.
Well, it's like being in a center like I was, we had every degree. um,
Mm-hmm.
and every age. My youngest, which was one of my most heartbreaking, she was only 42 and she lived with
Wow.
her husband and she developed dementia. And it got to the point
Oh.
where she couldn't be home alone. And she started to become combative. So it was hard for her children to be that caretaker during the day.
Mm-hmm.
And she was my most combative. Um, and she was the sweetest thing and the hardest part of all of that because most of them do not understand. You realize white lies become a daily. You do not argue, fight. You go along. You make
Yep.
this comfortable for them. You learn all those key skill sets. But she was our most combative physically. um and so clearly we're trained in how to deal with that. But she's the one who broke me at that job because she would every once in a while reconnect to reality. And she sat with me and we were doing something at the table and she looked at me dead in the eyes and said, "I'm so sorry I hit you this morning. This is not me."
Mm-hmm.
And oof, I almost can't even talk about it.
Yeah.
It She realized what she had
Mm-hmm.
done and realized she had no control.
Yep.
And it broke me. That was probably the first day I really came home crying from that job because how to be trapped like that and she realizes as it's going on. And
Right.
it was brutal. It was so sad.
It's so brutal
But
and it strips them of everything. It hurts my heart so bad
mm-hmm,
Mm-hmm.
to see them struggle. My biggest thing is seeing them struggle
Yeah.
yep.
and seeing them struggle with not even knowing their loved ones one minute. Like my grandmother always saw me as the baby. And she would tell me, she'd be like, and I would, she would be like, come here and lay in bed with grandma. And I would get in the bed regardless. I was 18 years old.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna get in that bed like I'm three again, if
Yeah.
that's what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing with dementia patients that people don't understand a lot of either is you cannot argue with them.
I was just going to say that.
You
That's the
cannot.
biggest
It
skill I
makes them
learned.
worse. It makes them
Yeah.
so much worse.
Well, I think the couple years that I worked there gave me the skill set to learn those skills going forward because there's people, at my job that I worked for many, many years, and it wound up that, one of my girlfriend's mothers got to me, and I literally sat her down during a lunch break and said, "Please listen to the few things I'm going to tell you. Please
Mm-hmm.
resource out to this. Do not
Yeah.
fight. If they say they see a rabbit driving a Camaro, it's a rabbit driving a Camaro. Do not argue. Do not fight.
Well,
You're
yeah.
going to learn a skill set that we were taught not to do. White lies become a way of living.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yep.
will lie all day long because making them feel safe and comfortable is all that matters.
Yeah.
And it's one of those situations where it becomes
Back.
it
Okay, baby.
it gives them a purpose. And if
Hmm.
that's what helps them through their day, I don't care what you need. If it's
Yep.
healthy and safe, let's go. So
Exactly. Like, girl, yeah, and they don't, um, people don't realize how much that because if you tell them, okay, well, there's not a baby, do you know how combative they're going to get? They're going to be like, yes, there are. It's pointless.
mm-hmm.
Like, you have to remain, they're still in
calm.
that childlike mind.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, most of them, it's very true what they talk about with the mental side of this. They revert back to being a child.
Yes.
It is very common. So you have to look at it in that terms. You deal with them as you would deal with somebody of younger mind. And once you can wrap your brain around those key factors, you don't fight with them, you make them comfortable. White lies are going to be something that, yes, we were taught not to do. This just becomes a way of life. And keeping them safe, putting trackers, putting door locks, putting sensors, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget the day that we were going from one building to another for a Christmas party, and one of them walked away. Somebody wasn't paying attention and doing their job, and one of our girls walked away. They found her
Mm-hmm.
3 blocks away in 20-degree weather with a coat on. I was
Yeah.
mortified, mortified. But it happens. And it's even scarier because your grandfather's clearly at that age where they're still driving, and if it happens, that's where really there's
That's what I
tags to
fear
put
the
on
most.
vehicles.
Yes.
Dora, there's
Because
those tags you can put on the vehicles if you have the phone tracker, which you clearly do, but say they could leave their phone. But it's putting things inside of pockets. If there's a jacket he always wears, if there's gloves he would always put on, if he's always going to have his wallet. The trackers are so small nowadays, you can put them in anything.
oh yeah,
So,
because I feel like I know that that's what fears me with him the most is if he ever comes down with dementia like that, I'm going to
mhm,
literally have to strip his keys because he drives all the time. It's
yeah,
constantly. And I know that that's the first thing he's going to want to do.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it takes a lot to, because me, I'm just like, I fear everything when it comes to that because I'm like, oh my gosh, like I know that it would be with him. But I know that they make things that make it a whole lot easier and that I would be 100% doing in that aspect because
yeah. Just in the 30 years of technology for these type of devices, technology has brought us to a forefront that we have the ability to protect them in a much different capability and capacity now, which thank God for that. The trackers alone. Sorry, not sorry. I'm a mom of four, six total, and I have one granddaughter. And because of what happened in my past, clearly my girls, my granddaughter are on the forefront, my son also, for things that can happen in this world that are not good.
hmm
And my daughter sometimes, because we live in the country like yourself, you feel as though things don't happen and they don't knock on your door. And my daughter knows better, but there's times that my granddaughter will walk out, the front door and be outside in the yard, and I'm fearful. It just doesn't sit well with me. It's still just that overprotective helicopter mom. But I also said to her, well, this is the reason why we're going to wind up getting a few trackers, for her backpack, for her coat for the winter, because to have early interception is the biggest thing.
hmm
I said, so, I'm sorry, not sorry. I try not to be the helicopter because I try not to see the world as, being as evil as it is, but it is. And that's just the reality. And if we can do something to step
prevent
up the
it.
protection, I'm about it, because I said, yes, you could track her iPad. Yes, you could track, but I go, doesn't mean she's going to have her backpack on her. Doesn't mean she's going to have those on her. I go, but if they don't know that it's there, you can sew them in to the pockets of the coats, to the shoes. I said, sorry, I will spend the money to do it just
Oh yeah.
because. If so, it's the same idea as elderly. I feel the same way when it comes to children. There's too many things that happen in this world, and if we can be one step ahead, why wouldn't you?
Oh,
Why wouldn't you?
absolutely. I fear that the most with my cousin's kids because they're little, and she knows how I feel about it. And we were talking about how different measures and things like that because they're young and they are. It's not like back when we were kids to where all of us could play in the yard and leave the windows open and doors open and be out till late
Mm-hmm.
at night ourselves.
Yeah, yeah. Though it's just a different world, and I mean, again, I think you're even more remote than I am. But still, I'm very remote where I am in overall concept of city to rural or country. But
Hey, Amanda.
just like any other thing that happens in the world, it doesn't happen in the major cities. It's not just a city thing. It's an
No,
everywhere thing.
it's
And
yeah,
you have
it's
to look at it
literally
that way.
everywhere.
Yeah, you have to. If you don't look at it that way, then you're being very naive. So,
Absolutely.
but again, I wanted to say to you, I was in T's live last night when I was doing something, so I have had it in my earbuds. And I heard T say something about you and emergency, and instantly I thought of you, Mama J, and your grandparents. That's why I asked the questions when I joined this, and you were telling that story because I was really worried that something had happened to somebody. You don't need
Oh
to say
yeah,
what.
no,
I just am letting
no.
you know that's why when I came in here and you were talking, I was like, oh my gosh, is this now? Is that what happened? Because I was just worried of
Oh
what you
no, I
said.
had to call her because I had to call her about something because I had gotten a message and I'm like, what the hell? So I was like, T, answer your phone because I'll come in and say, T, answer because I'm calling you now.
Yeah.
And she got on the phone with me because I was like, dude, what? And I'm like, because I hadn't even been on TikTok that much. And for all the people, because I did hear that there was a rumor that me and T were into a huge argument, and well, that's why we were doing separate lives. No, incorrect.
What?
Again.
Oh, I didn't even hear that. Past 2 days, I've been sick. I had sinus surgery. It failed. So I've been
Oh
dealing with
no.
nonstop infections, and that's why I sound as bad as I do. It's not going away until I see the doctor in March, so I'm going to sound like this. So I said, screw it, I'll join the box. But I've been tapering off the steroids, so I've been sleeping a little bit more the past few days, and I missed some of the things, but I didn't hear that you and T were having an argument.
Yeah,
But
that was
you know how the streets are.
yeah, oh yeah. I take that with a grain of salt because people truly don't know. They just want that narrative out there to fit at that current moment. Or
Yeah.
they want, just hey. Um, so
Well, if there's no drama, they need to kick up drama. And it's like I windmill everywhere because again, I don't have to know everybody 100% to see right from wrong. I'm kind of everywhere. I watch kind of everything because that's who I am. I
uh
make my own opinion, my mind
and
up. But
people
when I
should
see
be able to
wrong,
freely make their own opinions and decisions,
mhm, yeah. I mean, I heard stuff about you and T right out of the gate just from being around a couple lives, and I will
Hmm.
listen, and then I go and I watch myself. Now I've watched you guys. My main account, my other account, I lost. So it's probably been about a year. It was just after the Jen and Amanda kind of stuff, just around there where I was peeking in every once in a while. So I don't know a lot about them. I've learned from watching you guys and listening to everybody, not just you two, everybody. But I kind of pop in everywhere to get my own opinion because that's who I am.
Oh
But
yeah.
it's one of those things that, I've watched some of the situations in the past 6 months go down while I'm sitting here. I know the truth of it. And to watch the fabricated stories, the lies, this, I'll be windmilling everywhere because, again, right is right and wrong is wrong. And it doesn't matter if I call you my friend, if we get to know
Mhm.
each other in that capacity, or if you're just a stranger and I just know
For spaces. And people take that as, oh, you're buddy buddy with these people. No,
no.
I'm an
I
adult.
mean, I
I
don't feel that
don't.
way. You and T are a calm and kind of central zone for me personally. There's other creators that I started with Mal actually. I wasn't anti-scam. I wasn't any. I was on a whole different side of TikTok. Um, and I somehow came across something with Mallory. She was covering somebody that I watched at the time. And from Mal, I met everybody else and saw, and you just migrate, thing to thing to thing, person to person to person. Um, but it's, as of recent, I've just been real ornery about a lot of shit. And I have my opinion about it. You guys just happen to be kind of a safer zone, just in general, of the people that you're around, like Love Broke and Love T. So many people in here, I just really like who they are and kind of their morality and who they are as a person. Some of the shit, I wound up falling asleep early last night, and Smash was always my go to bed live,
Uh huh.
and it wound up that I fell asleep someplace else, got thrown into Smashes, right at the moment that Violet was sticking up for Joyce and then kind of being berated, and just people were not being nice to her. And then the Jana came in, and I had to leave the live because I was getting my husband out the door.
Hmm.
And then Smash it ended, and I went to go. And again, let's just put it this way: everybody's got a past on here. People have done wrongdoing. I believe that everybody
Absolutely.
can make mistakes, people can be accountable, and their behavior can change. If you continue the same behavior, I'm not going to be around you if it's not something that I support. End of story. That's it. I
Right.
try not to be judgmental. I try not to be, I everybody makes their opinions and judgments on things, but I try not to hold people to a standard that I wouldn't hold myself to, you know. But I know
Absolutely.
that like Violet has a past, and I know that I wasn't a part of it. And if it's not ongoing or it's not something that's affecting me, or I'm not watching that person do it at that moment, I'm not going to judge them by it. Faced to you, what does it matter? You
Exactly.
know?
It doesn't matter. People shouldn't be able to tell you, "Oh, you're not allowed to do this and you're not allowed to do that and you should be cussing this person out." Because at the end of the day, we're all humans. Have we all made mistakes? We all have. We can all honestly sit and say that at a time in our life we've made mistakes.
Yeah, we all
Um,
have.
absolutely, absolutely,
Like,
and
and that's the thing, we
ongoing.
learn from our mistakes. Like, that's what life is. As you get older, we learn and gain wisdom from the mistakes that we make. Now,
Hmm.
have I made mistakes in my life? Yes. Was I a perfect parent? No. Have I done some of the things some of these people do? No. For fuck sure no. And
Right.
sorry, as a mom, it's really hard for me to watch some of these things that have gone on. But
Yes.
again, I try not to
But
be that
and
person.
some people on here seek the peace, right? Because they're tired of the same
Mhm.
bullshit day in and day out. It's like it's every single day. It's mentally exhausting, physically exhausting to people, and people are tired. Well, that doesn't mean that I'm going to come and cuss you out because you decided to forgive somebody that did shitty shit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
Yeah,
come and cuss you
I
out
don't
because
understand. I don't understand that when you're watching them do the same exact thing. Some of these people are sitting with people that did them the worst.
yeah.
Clearly, you gave them grace and you're forgiving them, but now
Mhm.
you want to sweat like the selective outrage, the hypocrisy that I watch, literally just boils my blood because they'll literally be saying, "Well, you're doing this," and I'm like, "I just watched you do that 2 weeks ago. What are you talking about?"
Right.
Short-term memory or like I don't get it. It's people have a really difficult time reflecting and stepping outside of themselves to look at something from a third party perspective, clearly because they're hypocrites themselves.
Or they
They do
want you
this
to
stuff
join a hate
themselves.
bond, or they want you to join a hate bond simply because that's the motive at that moment.
Yeah, they want to get as many people against whoever it is, and I'm sorry if I again, some of the things that have gone on in the past 6 months are people that have been spoken about that I was not there for any of the circumstance. Did I
Yep.
listen and hear everybody, not just you and T, talk about situations? But when you guys have lives about a couple of these people that I'm not there for or wasn't there for, I'm listening to 10, 12 people tell the same story. Okay, so as a logical person, I'm going to say, okay, well, that makes sense that probably that's true. Or you guys show receipts or you show proof. I'm a proof kind of fact-based person. But again, I'm not making a judgment call or an opinion because one person said something. I'm listening to it all,
Yep.
and that's kind of how I operate. But again, my tolerance, as I said.
People want to make the decision for you of who you're friends with. And that's where this app is completely going to shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at the, and again, I don't want to put names out there, but let's just say Florida man. Not that I for against, I have my own opinion about it all, and I don't go by what everybody else says. Again, I'm a right is right, wrong is wrong person. If you're doxing, I don't give a fuck who you are. It's wrong. If you're shaming body addiction, this wrong. So those are like the basis I run across with every single person on this app, every person in my life, my own kids. I'll cut you off if you do shit that I don't believe in. That's just who I am. Whether you're in my personal everyday life or if you're somebody that's on the internet, I hold everybody at the same standard. But just because you like somebody, Florida man is very controversial because we know what he does. Do I agree with everything he does? Absolutely not. Just like everybody else states.
No, a lot of people don't. And the thing about that is, too, Nikki, I can be peaceful about it and just step back and not have to consistently be like, oh, you ain't fuck shit. I'm not gonna spend every single day arguing over this shit.
Mm-hmm. And it's like
Have
whether I
I done
agree
that
or
on this
disagree with
app? I
somebody.
sure have. I sure the fuck have. But
Oh
you
yeah,
know what?
yeah.
I ain't doing it.
Well, it's if there's somebody that I'm not particularly, let's just say it in these terms. If there's somebody I'm not particularly fond of, and this isn't about Florida man, in general, that I just is not somebody that I feel does things appropriate, or they're just doing a lot of stuff that I just don't agree with. I could wind up in the same space as them in a live. It doesn't mean I have to talk to them. I don't have to acknowledge them, and I don't have to support their bullshit.
Correct. Correct.
It's like, so
I can
that's
be in
how I
spaces
kind
with
of do it.
people.
Yeah.
Right. And the app has come to the point that if you are in those spaces, you are called sitting with an op or you're buddy buddy with them. And that's not how this app should totally be. Like people can go freely where they want to go and where they want to sit or where they choose to listen into. I go everywhere and listen in.
Me too. Now, there's times I'm seen on this account, and there's times I'm not. If I don't want
I miss
my
her.
name to be attached to something, I'm on my sneaky and I don't say a word because I'm
Yep.
just trying to just gain information or just watch, see, is it, are they doing a replay that I didn't see? That type of thing, or
Yep.
somebody ended and we go to the next, but it's just, I'm just careful about how I do things. I try not to be a bitch. And, like I popped off once and got blocked on, what was it, a week or two ago? Because I'm the Nikki that I was in Megan's live, and the next thing you know, crap was being said about Violet. And again, I didn't know Violet like that. I don't have to. But I shouldn't hear from another individual about her trauma. So I was livid because I am an SANDV survivor. And I shouldn't hear those details from somebody except for from her mouth or, a group of community speaking about it and she's there. So Megan ended. I literally went and found the live and went in there. Now, earlier in that day, I think it was, I want to say it was Mandy. Somebody had a picture of their grandchild flipping them off or whatever. Well, it was by coincidence that I had the same picture of my granddaughter. So I had changed my profile picture earlier on to that picture because I was like, oh, you have to see this. It's just funny. I never changed it back. Now, I don't put typically my family anywhere near these accounts because I know how crazy people are. Well, I didn't think about it and I went running up in there and basically said, I forget exactly what I said. But basically, you're disgusting, basically, in the fact that you are, I'm hearing about somebody else's trauma of that nature
Hey,
from your
people.
mouth. Well, they saw the
Uh-huh.
profile picture and said something to me. And they said, oh, well, look at you. You've got this picture. So I said, oh, I just got a picture off the internet. Not thinking in my head, oh, you sound even crazier. But it was the fact that I got blocked. And they were thinking that it was the other Nikki's, not me. But, it was the fact that no, that was a picture of my granddaughter. I was trying not to have them have that knowledge. But it was the entire fact that no, I didn't get the picture off the internet. It was my granddaughter. She flipped off my daughter doing something, and it was just funny because we can have a sense of humor like that. But that was the first time I think I've really been blocked by anybody on this app. But
Absolutely.
I was
I'm
just
here for it.
mad. I was just really, really upset. You don't do that kind of stuff, especially you're impacting other people that, whether they were going after that one individual. By doing an act of that nature, you are affecting the rest of us that may coincide with our trauma to that person. And some
Yep.
of these people just don't care. They don't care. Two shits about anybody but themselves.
Yep. You're right. You're absolutely right.
But I'm just running at the mouth. But
No,
I
you're
figured
good.
I would jump
You're
in a
good.
box because I never ever jump in boxes. And
No, I know. I was so happy that you are in a box. I'm like, oh my God, she's finally in a box.
well, it's time. I'm going to sound like this for a bit. And unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it until I go to the doctors and get this opinion and get another surgery to fix this. Because I would have been fine except for, check this out. Talk about just if it's going to be bad luck, it's no luck. I had COVID. And unfortunately, I wound up not having sinus issues. And after the second bout of the vid, I wound up getting real bad sinus problems. So I kept getting
Hi, baby.
infections. I'd have tubes, like craziness was going on that I've never had. So I
Uh,
got scheduled for a surgery. I have the surgery, and the day after I have the surgery, I get super sick. That's because, as clean as I went into the hospital, I walked out of there with staph. And basically, they think that the surgery failed because the staph, it took me 6, 7 months to get rid of it because I had sinus staph. So they think it broke down the surgery and it wasn't successful for that reason. So, and now it's amped back up. So now I'm waiting to get in, but specialty appointments here are outrageous. I called a week ago and I'm not going in until March 3rd. So I get to deal with these infections until then. So I'm going to sound like this until then. So I said, screw it. Might as well jump in a
oh,
box.
I'm so happy that you did jump in a box because I never get to see you in a box. And I'm grateful for these conversations with you guys and being able to talk with you guys and things like that. It really means a lot to me. And I know it means a lot to other people as well. Hi, Sally. Good morning, love. And I do hope that you recover soon. I know it's stressful, right? Like it's like, am I ever going to get this taken care of? But you know what? You're going to get it taken care of and it's all going to be okay in the end. And,
Yeah, I'm a half glass full person. I just because this is going on, I'm still doing whatever I need to. I'm kind of like my
right.
husband with
It's
that
like,
too.
it's not stopping me, right?
Yeah, you can't. Life keeps going. But my kids are grown now, so I have the freedom of the day, per se. So
Hmm.
it's just one of those things. But again, I just want to jump up, and I'm sure I'll be in other boxes now. Just I'm very box naive, and I just tend not to. So,
I'm so
but
excited
I
to be
enjoy
able to
you
see you in
guys.
boxes. We enjoy you.
But I thank you so much, babe. I'm gonna jump down, but again, I'm sure you'll see me around because now that it's kind of like taking that jump, and then you're good. But again, I just appreciate you guys. You guys have been very welcoming, especially even when you guys were going through kind of the thick of it, and you have new people like myself showing up on your platforms, and you're not blocking the hell out of us and
No,
thinking we're going after you.
I typically don't block a lot of people. But here
Hi,
lately, like
feisty.
I just for myself, it just if I don't like it or I don't agree, I'm just blocking and moving on with my life. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, you have to. That's the thing. This is where the insanity comes in, is when you continue the same pattern with no change and think there's going to be a different outcome. It,
yeah,
it, it applies to us too. It doesn't just apply to everybody else in the world. if we keep up the same behavior and we expect a different outcome, what are we doing?
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense.
Girl.
We have to be
Yes.
responsible for ourselves too. When you're pointing a finger at somebody, there's three pointing back at you. Just, you have to apply some of these things that we're saying to other people to ourselves. But yeah, I'm in an age of kind of peace. I like the drama. Don't get me wrong. Like we all do. I love watching drama. I don't like
Girl, we
being
all
part of the
love fucking
drama.
watching it. Like we over here just yeah, we just over here like, hey, what you doing?
I just tend to be more in the bush. I'll windmill in the comments. I'm just not in the thick of it because I'm from like the Slapaho tribe. I have so little patience. But it's also, again, I can't think that other people should, act in a certain way, and then I'm going to turn around and be, conduct myself differently. Like you can't do that kind of behavior.
I agree. I agree. Here for it. I'm so glad you're here. How are you, honey? Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like if sometimes for your peace, um, you just got to block and move forward with your life. There's no use in continuing the same bullshit for years on end.
Yeah. Well, it's the same. I mean, some of the groups that I've followed for years, it's just the same old, same old. It's kind of like lesbian talk.
Girl,
It's
listen.
it's the same. It's just a different group of people that literally turn around and are doing the next series of fighting.
I'm so sorry. Hold on. Nolly Grace,
No, you're good.
there's nobody out there, honey. You're having a meltdown for nothing. You're okay, princess. Come here. Sorry. She don't like the neighbors and she don't like neighbors' dogs. She don't like none of that shit. She's like, you're in my space. Like, what are you doing?
My
It's
dog
like,
barks at everything, so I understand.
it's like, God, why is the neighbors outside today? She's just pissy. Um, but no, like I get that. And it's like I followed some of see, my original site of TikTok was lesbian talk.
Yeah, I know you said that.
And it is vile over there.
Hmm.
Extremely
Well,
vile.
it's kind of like I came from a certain side of it was awareness, but it was more awareness on not exact scammers, but people. It was scamming, kind of. But people that were using and people that were abusing, people and basically scamming them for the things that they did. But I had ventured into other sides of it's kind of like I would leave that side to go watch, a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of lesbian TikTok to, watch that drama. I kind of float all around because um I just I get bored with things quickly, I guess you'd say. So I always have that relief of going someplace else.
Girl, me
And
too. I go there and I listen. I don't necessarily support them. I just go and I take a listen at what's going on.
yeah, and it changes. Like I'll not see something for 2 days, and you have no idea what's going on. No idea what's going on.
Correct. I've missed
It
many
cracks
months
me
of
up.
it.
Same as our side. Same as here. I miss one night and something's happened and I don't know what's going on. Like then you're just playing catch up and trying to,
Oh yeah.
which Mal's great at catching up a lot of the stuff that goes on when it pertains to this side because she does a lot of the playbacks and others do too. So you can catch up if you kind of missed or go on YouTube or whatever. But it's just, again, it's one of those situations where I float around and again, I'm not going to be told where to go, and
Right.
who to
Like I'm not a
like.
child. You don't have to tell me to watch out for somebody. If I choose to listen and if I choose to do that, then I'm going to do that. And the problem with people is they want to so badly try to control the fact of, oh, you can't go listen, or oh my God, I saw you in a live where the ops are and you were
I just don't get
listening.
that.
I'm simply there. Sometimes I'll comment, sometimes I'm not. I will listen.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I can go everywhere. Doesn't mean I'm an op for somebody. It's just I don't understand that concept, and I mean that's what things have gotten to at this point on multiple platforms.
It's crazy shit.
Yeah, and then they're the ones screaming, "I don't tell anybody where to go." Okay, well, 2 nights ago, I watched you tell somebody that they have to choose. And that
Right.
drama trickled until this morning when I woke up and I watched a bunch of stuff unfold that had me livid. Like again, I started with Mal on this side, and clearly Joyce is somebody that I have grown very fond of. And
Hmm.
I've been livid for days, and unfortunately, I still have tried to be quiet. I'll windmill in the comments, but these jokes and these memes, and yes, do I understand that some of the people that I'm around may have done that before? If they continue that behavior, then I will not be around them. Let's make that clear.
Right.
Um,
It's all
it's
about the future. Like if you guys want to listen in, cool, listen in to us.
mhm.
But you can form your own opinions. I personally just haven't even. Did I used to be in the mess? Sure, absolutely. Do I
Yeah,
listen?
I just
Sure, absolutely. But I'm not. Like I'm just chilling. You know what I mean? Like I don't want. Like I'm just listening to everybody else because I know this app has gotten so out of control that people, when it comes down to like the shit that's been going on, it's fucking wild. Like I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm good. Like I'm just gonna chill.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's you've stepped back and even forming opinions on things or even speaking your opinion. I've
Yep.
noticed because it gets misconstrued or you're thrown into this or thrown into that. Like
Yep.
which I don't understand. Because if people are doing things wrong, aren't we supposed to speak up, stand up? Like, isn't that the big thing? And yet you do it, and immediately you got daggers coming at you. Like, everybody should
Exactly.
have their own opinion.
We fucking did. And
Hmm.
then I had to get in
Yeah.
touch with reality, that you can't tell people, hey, this is where you need to be. Don't go into this live. Be careful with this person. Stay away from
Well,
this
yeah,
live.
I don't understand where selective hypocrisy comes into play in so many of these situations. You say that you don't tell people where to go, but then it comes out of your mouth. Well, you have
Uh
to
huh.
choose. Isn't that telling people where to go? Isn't that dictating where they go or forcing an opinion onto
Hmm.
somebody?
Yep.
How do you not hear
Good
the words
morning,
you're
beautiful
saying?
broken. Yep. And I'm
And
not like that. My friends that I have on here are friends with many other people from all different sides.
mhm.
And some of them I don't like. But am I going to try to tell my friend, look, stay away from that person? Don't go in there? No. Y'all are grown.
Yeah, like I said, there's a few people on this side of things that have become comfort zones for a lot of people because they give you guys give us the freedom to be in a space that we can have our own opinion. It's not going to be used against us. You still respect us. You don't tell us where to go. There's most of you, especially in this group of people, that are like that. And
Yeah.
like I go to Broken's lives literally have had me waking up my husband, laughing when I feel like crap in the past few days. Like and it's just she you guys crack me up because it's like we were joking yesterday and they were
You
saying it's
kidding.
like ADHD. It's like squirrel. It's just nonstop and it's entertaining and she's funny. And a lot of the people that are here, that are here every single day are that way. And so it's,
Yeah,
again,
we like to bullshit. Aside from reality, we like to bullshit. I'm just like, I'll come in because it's always been a thing between me or T. We'll come in and say, hey, it's Dora's fault. I'm like, nope, it's Broken's fault today. She did the shit.
yeah,
She
it's
said the
just to
word.
have fun. Well, and
Yes.
it's a lot of the core group here have kind of stepped away from the in and out daily drama and really just want to chill, have fun, talk about cooking, crafting, whatever it is that day, and just laugh and giggle and be supportive of each other without having, oh, thank you for the gifts. You guys don't have to do that. But just having fun. And that's my cup of tea. That's where I'm at in my life. Like, and again, if we want to venture out and look at other things, we can. We want to get in, watch some drama, we will. But it doesn't have to be eat, sleep, breathe, because it makes you that person if you do it 24/7. And so it's just like I said,
And it's so easy to get caught up in this shit. And I hate when people say, oh, Broken was live today and Broken was talking all this shit and Dora, you were in there and you didn't say nothing to her. No, I'm not.
But out of all people, like it's especially Broken and some of the other people, in this core group over here. I mean, Broken shoots from the hip. She's very much like myself. That's why I think, I like her, to the extent that I do, because she just says it as it is. She's a right from wrong type of person. And I think she holds a lot of people at the same accountability level. Everybody's the same across the board. And a lot of the people on this side are that way. And that resonates with me. But it's just one of those things that everything that, Broken turns around and says isn't going to be what I think or you think or whomever. But I'm going to step out of your area because I can't believe I'm some of the creators that I followed, I'm kind of shocked that I'm watching what is going on daily now. I can't put myself in there. I can't do it anymore because people that I'm truly fond of are getting hurt, and I can't support it. I just can't anymore. So it's sad when it comes to that, but you just have to separate yourself. I do it from people in my real life. I'll do it from people on the internet, clearly.
Yeah, it's absolutely wild. And just because you don't go in and voice your opinion on what somebody else is doing to other people doesn't mean that you support that shit.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's where this app is so toxic because people's like, oh, Nikki was in a box over here. I'm using you as reference, by the way. Nikki's in a box over here with this person who's doing all kinds of vile, fucked up shit. However, Nikki didn't say nothing to that person. Like, what?
Well, and like I said, if something happens in front of me, I'm not the shut up type of person. I'm the think about it before I speak type of person. But it's the fact that whether I say something right away, if it's that vile, let's just say, or I say something on the back end, it's the fact that I have to follow what I say if I expect other people to do it.
You're good.
And that's the type of friend. And that's the other thing too. People that are friends call each other out or say something to each other. That's what a real friendship is. So, like I said, it's just the toxicity is too high for me to keep my mouth shut in many places. So I will remove myself from those places because I'm going to be known as some, raging bitch on here, and that's not who I am. So
I used to fucking be Nikki for real. Woo.
sometimes it's hard. Like, I'm a lover. I'm a carer. I'm
Exactly. And a lot of us don't want to fight anymore. We're done with the bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of everybody on this side has been, especially as of recent. Everybody's just over it. Over
right. We're just over the fuckery. Like we just want to chill. Same, Kelly. Same. Listen. Same.
Well, and it's like, for somebody like myself who's been going through the things that I've been going through, the group of people here and that are always, clearly sit here and on each other's lives have been making me laugh and getting me through some of the things that I'm going through during my day that you don't even know about, and it's those type of people that enrich our lives. I want people who enrich my life, not cause trauma and drama and bullshit. So And like I said, it's just this has become my safe zone in this group of people that are just so many of them are amazing people. So I appreciate it.
And we appreciate having you. We love having you. We love having you here. We love being able to talk to you. And guys, it's Nikki's first time in a box over here. She don't really get in boxes much. I'm so glad she is in a box.
Well, I'm just sick of windmilling from the comments, and I think I should get in and speak and let you know who I am, that I'm a real person, or who I am in the whole yards, instead of windmilling from I got to get over my fear of getting in boxes.
Wait, you're not a
And
robot?
yeah, well, and I look like a lunatic half the time because I'm windmilling in the freaking comments.
Girl, I'll
But
be doing that shit
like I
too
said,
sometimes, and it's so misconstrued of what I'm trying to say.
yeah, and there's been so many times that I've said something, and then I'm like, when you say it and you type it out yourself, things get misconstrued. So I'm always trying to be careful about how I write things out. And there's times that you say it in your head and you type it out, and it for somebody that's reading it, they don't know what's in your mind, so they're not. It doesn't sound right to them. So then you from here, it's just, that's why I said I have to start getting in boxes just to be able to chit chat and hang out with everybody. But you know, if I say something and I am not making it clear, I can go, let me get in the box quick and be like, no, this is what I meant.
Right, because it's so taken. Yes, and with so many limited characters, you can't get out what you really want to say. And it's like
Hmm.
you're windmilling trying to say it, but then it's totally misconstrued of what you're trying to say. And they're like, oh, that's what you mean? No.
Well, yeah. And I feel like an idiot when I'm doing paragraph and then dot, 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 and then finishing it. Like, it's just clearly I'm long winded. But it's just like I said, I figured I would start to join and feel more comfortable. I feel comfortable with everybody as it is, but it's just getting to be able to start coming in boxes and being able to hang out in that capacity, outside of just being in the comments all the time.
We are
So,
so glad that you did just do.
and again, I appreciate you. I accidentally, and this is kind of a funny haha. Yesterday, there's somebody who's local to me that I came across on TikTok by accident and didn't know that they were 5 minutes from me. And I was friends on my other account with his girlfriend, now girlfriend. So I kind of ran across him because of her. And then I realized he's 5 minutes away from me, basically. And so yesterday I joined just to say hi. And he literally turned around, thank you, Broken, and added me. Okay, so here I'm an idiot and I didn't know how to deny it. So the next thing you know, all I hear is, you're in a box, Nikki. And I was like, oh, instant like palpitations. And I was like,
She
oh my God.
said fucking instant palpitations. I get it. Like, I know, because a lot of people don't like the boxes because of what they've seen from the boxes.
Yeah.
So, it gives people anxiety that truly is not used to jumping in a box and trying to have communication with people.
So here I am, deer in headlights, literally. And so I was like, okay, thank God the camera's not on. Like I was going through the oops things in my head because I was typing in the chat. I can't join because my voice is as bad as it is because of what I'm going on, with my sinuses. When I get better, I'll join. And as I'm typing it, he goes, hey, Nikki, you're in a box. And I was like, oh my God, like instant. I
It's
almost
like
died.
instant, can I puke?
And so I started talking and was like, okay, they can't see me. They can't. But oh, it was just, and then when that happened, and I felt like an idiot, so then I wasn't gonna turn around and be like, let me just jump right out. I didn't want to be like a complete psychopath. So I was just like, sat there and chit chatted for a minute. Immediately, somebody in the box said something that I would have absolutely called out if it was anywhere else. And literally, I was like, don't you say a word. Because, again, I'm a mother of a child with autism, low spectrum, and very high functioning. But when you're throwing out the MR comment and
Oh,
saying it
yeah.
blatantly, I literally muted myself, typed in the comment, all right, have to head out, thanks for having me, and left. It's because if this was any other moment, I'd have been cussing. But I figured let's not act like a psychopath with a bunch of people that I don't know. You don't know me at all.
She
And
said, I'm trying not to act like the next fucking Eileen Wuornos or Jeffrey Dahmer in here. Like, they're going to think I'm fucking crazy yelling at people.
but it's the fact that,
I
like,
get it.
lady,
I get it, though,
are
because
you
I get
kidding
like
me?
that sometimes.
Ugh, I can't.
I'll
So
go in
I
lives
just
where,
gracefully left,
I'll
which
go in
makes me
lives
mad
where,
too, because I should have chewed her out. I should have told her, lady, you sound like you're about my age. You do realize that those are not acceptable. Like, I would have gone off. But this person lives 5 minutes from me, and I just hope I'm deleting all of them, because now I'm in a box. Now they've all added me, and now I have to gracefully leave because go away. There is no room for that kind of bullshit. I'm sorry. You are not. I can't do it. But again, I'm in a box for 5 minutes. Somebody drops the MR comment. I'm literally trying to get out of the box, and I was just like, this isn't the moment to no, I can't do it. So
right,
I was
this isn't the
quiet.
moment to show my ass. Like, literally. I've been that way, like, on, like, my original side of TikTok. And this is what I tried to tell people too. Um, over on the lesbian side of TikTok, it is limitless. There is
Mhm.
nothing that you will not hear over there. That is the most vile
Right.
shit. I don't participate. I don't get in boxes over there. I listen to some of the things that are occurring. Like, I've missed several months, but I will listen to things and just leave. Just leave. Because yes,
Yeah,
it's
you don't
way too
you don't
much.
have to say anything.
You don't even
Over
have to
there
say
it's
anything.
crazy.
Oh yeah, it's
It's
crazy. Nikki
crazy.
knows what I'm talking about.
It's
Nikki's
not.
been
Well,
over
I'm part of
there.
the community. I'm part of the community, so it's natural that I venture to that side of TikTok. But it's just one of those situations where it's like they're just vile. I can't support their vileness, but I'll listen just to catch
Right.
up on what is going on with somebody's fuckery. That's about it.
Like, Nikki will tell
I
you it is absolutely, you think this side is bad, you've not even
I can't live that life. Like, I
right.
can't. I can't. I would be rage filled yelling at people all day. Can't do it. Can't do it. It's too much. Too much.
Yeah, exactly. It's way too much for people. And that's why I just listen and leave. I don't participate in it.
Hmm.
I will just listen to kind of see what's going on or what kind of shit has occurred or popped off within the meantime, which over there, if you miss an hour, you miss a month.
That's what I said. I missed 2 days and I went back to look at something and now all the key players are in different places. Like I can't keep up. But like I said, if I need to get a break, I'll just jump over for a second and be like, oh, what's going on here? Or, like I think my first on that side of things when I got onto TikTok in 2020, I think it was Trish. It
Oh,
was
girl.
Red. It was that whole core group of what's the one? I can't think of her name. She was friends with Trish. She moved there. They had a falling out. She has a girlfriend.
Are you talking about Tracy and Nikki?
Yeah, Tracy and Nikki. But it's not Savage. Oh my gosh, I can't think of what her name
Oh,
is.
Nan?
Nope. Nope, the short one with the short hair.
Tracy Fire Red?
No, Fire Red is Tracy.
Yep.
Remember when Tracy left um, a relationship and she moved in with what was her good friend? And they stayed together, but then Tracy was cheating and she knew about it, so she called her out on it.
Savage OG Nan?
That is not Nan. It's not Nan. It's the one with the
Mickey.
tattoos.
Mickey.
Mickey. Yes, Mickey.
Mickey
And then
or
there.
Yeah, and then there was the whole
There's another
Christian
one too.
saga. Yes.
It's crazy, but like if I miss like a day or two, I will like catch a video and then look into it for a second, and then I'm like, oh, they're talking again. Oh, they're alive again. It's just like Jesus.
Oh, they were just in a live a few nights ago. And girl, it was just as bad as it ever has been.
Well, it's like 1 minute Mickey and her are talking. The next minute, their
Yes,
worst
him.
enemy spitting like, and then I'll turn around and run across a playback of a live, a few hours later, and they're back. It's like, gee, I can't. How do you people live like this?
Girl, like
I don't.
over there, I watched recently where um two of the girls were getting a divorce, and one of the girls went and busted all the windows to her fucking house, all kinds of crazy shit.
Mhm.
Girl, it was insane. That shit's still going on.
Yeah, it is insane. They're
I'm like,
definitely.
stop it.
I don't
Like
get it. I don't understand, and they do it all live.
they yes, the
Everything is
girl
out
did
of.
it on
It's
fucking live.
always. Oh, stop it.
Like she literally filmed herself doing this, and she was like, "That's what your ass gets." What?
Spend your time looking for new biscuit. Like I don't understand that.
Right.
I
There's
don't
so
get it.
many
I
apps.
don't get
Just
it.
enjoy your time doing that, and not
Yeah.
like there ain't nothing I could.
Stuff.
I know. I'm like, why? And they're like, the link tree's in the bio. Go purchase this bitch's face. Like, what? Stop
I
it.
just couldn't. The stuff that they do is just so illegal. It's fucking comical. I
It
can't.
is comical. I'm not
I
kidding you, Em.
can't.
They literally were all friends. And they had a huge falling out and they were arguing, and they put each other's face on wiener hot dogs in a bun with some nasty ass writing, and made t-shirts of each other and was selling them of each other. Dead
Sometimes you
ass.
just think you just can't make this shit up. You just can't. You can't.
I sit and laugh my ass off because I'm like, dude, y'all are tripping.
Here for it, I do. Sometimes I feel like it's a script, like we're being pumped. No joke. Especially as psychotic as most of them are, and the shit that they do.
Right.
This can't be real.
Like, I'm not even kidding you. And then there's a whole nother girl, like on the scammer side of TikTok. You had a whole girl on a freaking live stream using the rose toy for the first time on live. I'm like,
Like,
what
why would you do that
the
on here?
hell?
Like, at least get an OF and make some money out of this. I don't understand that concept.
Girl,
You're.
stop. What the hell? I laugh because I'm just like, what in the actual fuckery have I stumbled upon, and why am I here? Why? Why am I here?
Well, it's kind of like lesbian talk and the other side of messy talk, or run similar parallel kind of things when it comes down to things in the overall perspective. Because the other day I was watching, I don't know who and what, I forget, but I ran across something and they turned around and they were trying basically to go after this person. And they were something came out of her mouth and it was like basically, well, you were the one that went on camera while you were, had your monthly and were showing everybody while flicked your bean. And I was like, what? Like, what?
Dead ass. Like, yes, girl. I watched one girl over on Lesbian Talk last week. She was literally so mad fighting with these people that her dentures fell out. She was screaming that hard that her dentures come loose and fell out. I was like, stop it. I can't take this shit. I cannot. Why?
I just don't know. This is the other thing is why there's what you notice about lesbian talk especially is there's so many people invested into two people. So if there's a relationship, the investment of hundreds of people on both sides and opposite sides. It's not like a couple people that are just chiming in about their opinion.
No,
These
it's
are
more
like
than opinionated.
cults. Like, oh, it's crazy.
And they will be screaming so loud at each other that you can't make out a word they're saying.
Oh, that's the other thing. Half the time when you're trying to watch a replay, I still don't know what the fuck's going on because they were all screaming over each other. So I'm just like, forget it. It's not even worth my energy at this point. I'm not listening to that shit again.
Like no, or
it's
they'll go
the
into
time.
each other's house. Like you'll have two women that'll meet. They'll go into each other's house, and next week they've fallen apart and they're posting pictures of each other's house, what it looked like on the inside, them in lingerie, all the things. Yeah, it's wild. I'm just like, what? Are y'all okay?
Yeah, it's almost as though you hear people talk about parasocial on the internet. That's what that reminds me of. Like they weren't in it for the right reason to begin with. If I'm
No.
walking up in your house, taking a bunch of pictures and getting as much evidence as I possibly can, just waiting for the fallout so I can, drag you. Like I don't get it.
Yes.
It's very superficial to me, and that's I
It's
guess it's just not something I
weird.
can wrap my brain around it. Yeah, I don't get it because I don't look at any of my relationships, whether whoever it is, a stranger on the street is superficial per se. I'm genuine to everybody. These
Yes,
people,
here for
that
it.
just
It
doesn't
gets
exist.
wild. Like, and it's so it's insanity. Over there, they'll call CPS 4 times a week on
Yeah,
people.
boundaries. There's no when we
There's
say no
none.
boundaries, it means slurs, sexual encounters, pics, videos. It is, there's your kids, CPS, SWAT. It doesn't matter. There are zero boundaries.
Correct.
Everything's on the table. It's nuts.
Yep.
Nuts. I don't know how they live
Everything is
like
on the
that.
table over there, and it absolutely gets insanity as time goes on, and the more you watch, and the more you're just like, is this really happening right now? You're
Mm-hmm.
kind of shocked. But then again, you're like, no, I'm not surprised that this is going on. I watched literally, I scrolled past it because I still have some people that I watch over on Lesbian Talk, but the other night there was a lady that was live and she just had met this girl from TikTok. Well, girl, did you know they're over here just fucking dry humping each other on live?
Yeah, that's where, like, when,
I'm
Heifer said
like,
earlier, it's almost like you're on an episode of Punked because you're
and
in
somebody had
awe.
said,
You're
you're
in
doing
shock.
this. Yes. Literally, somebody had wrote in the comments and said, do you know that there's children on this app? And their response to that was, I don't give a fuck.
Because and that's the common thing on so many of these situations, even on our side of things. If it's not them or doesn't affect them, they don't care. It's I just don't understand living your life that way. If I say
Yes.
something that's offensive, I know it's not like you and I get in an argument, and let's say I start saying things that are inappropriate to you. I know that by saying some of the things that I could say, which would never come out of my mouth, but if I did say something, it doesn't just affect you, it affects others. And that's a
Yes.
real hard concept for some of these people on this app. Because when you are degrading somebody who has autism, you're using the R word, you're using the F slur, you know, whatever you're doing. I know that I have the, you know, capacity to understand that whoever I'm saying it to or, you know, yelling about, it doesn't just affect that person, it affects everybody else who is part of that community.
Yeah,
And
girl.
people can't take accountability, so they just deflect. Yeah, that makes you look so much better. Just own your shit. Like, did your parents never, you know, reprimand you and you had to like serve consequences as a child? Like, I don't get the concept. I make mistakes. I've made mistakes, but I'm accountable and I say I'm sorry and I try to change my behavior. I for sure ain't gonna keep on repeating it.
Right,
And
girl.
that's where, you know, some of these kid gloves need to come off for some of these people. Why are you protecting one and holding somebody else at a completely different standard? And these are the same people that are literally watching two people do the same thing, but one you're literally, you know, dragging across the internet for a week, and the other one you're just like, oh, but she didn't mean that. I don't care. Like, I don't get it. Hold people at the same accountability, and this place wouldn't be so screwed up. Just saying.
Girl, it's fucking insanity.
Hmm. And again, like you said, and I've watched you, and T especially, you know, I tend to be in your life on this side more, but back away from a lot of the drama and the stuff because you're just over it. It's tiring. You're sick of it. We're 2 years in on some of it that I wasn't there for, but you guys are dealing with. You know, people are just sick of the same monotony of bullshit and the same, you know, repetitive cycle. This, you know, wash, rinse, repeat gets old. And so I've watched you guys back away, you know, from a lot of what has been going on this side of things, you know, but for some people, they need the drama. Drama's money.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Yep, they do. And it's insane. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm cool. Like, I just have been just sitting back watching different things, going in, listening, and just taking a breather to realize because I used to be like such fightive on this app and want to just fight with everybody. But now I'm just like, no, like I'm good. I'm chilling. I ain't stressing over this bullshit.
Yeah, because I
It ain't
mean,
stressing me.
reality is
I don't give a
you
fuck.
do make relationships on this app. I know you have close friends that are on this app that you haven't even met. You know, vice versa. But when it starts to impact our home life and our
Hmm.
daily life, and you're so stressed out that it's affecting you emotionally, mentally, psychologically, like it's draining, and it does affect our real life because it's just draining.
Yep.
And again, like I said, I love to watch it. I'm like anybody else. I like to watch some good drama, or I like, you know, especially as of recent, I want to see some of these groups come together and hold people accountable. That's what I want. That's you can't be stuck on stupid for too long. And when it comes down to it, you know, if the facts are there and you see this, which we've watched a little bit this week, some of the people from other sides that may not get along are saying, "Excuse me, you're wrong.
Yep.
You are this, you did this," you know. I mean, Stephanie, for example, can you just admit that you made those? Can we carry on with life? Because we all know you did.
We're once beefing with. We're choosing peace to go on in life. That's just how you do it.
Yeah, and there's some people I've watched clearly make a mistake. Everybody knew about it. They turned around and they literally took accountability and said they apologized for what they're doing. Now, what we get to watch is what their true character is. Are they going to make changes? Or are they going to still be the same piece of shit?
Yep.
That's kind of in everyday life, no matter if they're personally in your life, your family, a friend, or a stranger.
Yep.
You know, we get to see what they do and what their real true character is. You know, ultimately, when it comes down to it, so many of these people have an I'm right issue. They're right fighters. Not everybody's right all the time. That's just reality of it. The other part of it is all you had to do is apologize for what you did. Yes, people may call you a racist or whatever the situation may be for the rest of your time on here, but at least don't you take pride in being accountable, saying you're sorry to whomever you affected, and not just the one person, but probably a community of people. But instead, you want to keep deflecting. Why? Because you think that people don't know that you're a piece of shit? No, we already figured that out. We're just waiting for you to admit it. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. But like I said,
Yeah, girl, it's
there's my
crazy.
TED Talk for the day.
People want to continue on, and they want to be so right so bad, and they want to put these narratives out there. They want to do everything. I came to the point with my life, I don't give a fuck. If somebody don't like me, you're doing me a favor. I give no fucks. Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
I'm not
'cause
going to let
that's a
that
them
affect
problem,
my
not a you
everyday
problem.
life.
And that's where we have to, because like I'm sure like most of us human beings, we want everyone to like us. Let's just say that as a whole. Not everyone, but you know what I mean. And it's difficult for some of us that are empathetic, compassionate people to have somebody dislike us. That's just normal, everyday nature. But there's just the reality that like with some of the circumstances, and I will not speak specifically, if you know, you know. But, when it comes down to helping people out and watching the whole situation go down, and then the entire narrative is completely lied upon, yet I watch the entire thing go down day after day, 24/7. And then I'm watching a bunch of people completely lie about what happened and try to twist it to be what it wasn't.
Yep.
And watch the people that I was there and cared for, who were caring and helping someone, get torn down because of it. And literally, I know the truth because I was there, I saw the proof, and I witnessed it every day. Yet I'm watching people that I care about or that I like being torn down because people want to hate on.
Yep.
I don't get it. But that's where my voice has become, where even in the comments, I'm stating things, or I'm speaking up, and I've been doing that. Normally I don't cause a lot of waves. I'm more quiet, just don't get involved with that. But lately I've been saying what needs to be said because I'm part of the problem if I allow people to get dragged when I know the truth. That's the way I look at it. So I try not to be, a see you next Tuesday about it, but I'm going to say what's right or wrong. And if they choose to believe it, that's with your situation. Like I said, Dora, I know that you've been called out for stuff that I was not involved with from years ago. I know there's more recent stuff. I made my own opinion on what happened, or I witnessed it all. But the point is that if I was to see you continue with a behavior that I was like, oh, wait, they might be right, then that's where I would lead to this. But that's not where I'm at. And I've watched it all.
Yep.
I'm forming my own opinion. And if somebody doesn't like me because I like Dora, that's a you problem, not a me problem.
Right.
Like, why do I care? Don't like me. That's fine.
Yep.
You're going to not like
It's
me for
fun
what's going to come out of
narratives
my
because
mouth.
you want that hate bond so bad. People want that
And
hate
I don't
bond.
get
They
it.
want people to believe the way that they believe or how they think, and that shouldn't how this app be. It's not how the app should be.
Well, the other thing, too, is that a lot of people don't get that, just for instance, we both could be watching a live on Lesbian Talk. You could have your own opinion and perspective about what just happened, and it's the same thing that I just watched, and I have a different opinion or perspective of we can be watching the same thing. We both can be right, but we can have a different perspective of what just took place. Why is
Yes.
that a hard concept? Why? You might have interpreted something differently than I interpreted it. That makes us human. That makes
Absolutely
us
here for it.
intellectual people. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand it because
Again,
I'm going to do
I
what the
don't get
fuck I
it.
want to do. And if I argued on this app 100 fucking percent, have I been wrong sometimes? 100%.
Yeah.
We all have. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to
Yeah.
sit here and go to Broken and say, Broken, I don't want you to like Nikki because she hung out with this person and that person's an op. Or she's in their chat talking. The fuck? Okay. If you don't
Yeah,
like
like
me
I
because of
just,
where I go, then don't fucking like me. Period.
yeah, like I said, we're all
It ain't
different
affecting me. I don't give a damn.
individuals. Well, that's where you have to, like, that's the place I've watched you as a person get to, is that whatever. That's how I feel about it. You're at a whatever position. Whatever they think is what they think.
Yep, I'm
Because I
not here
get,
to argue.
again,
I'm not here to
I
try to
want you to
change the
defend
opinion.
yourself. Yeah, I want you to defend yourself because I'm a defender. Like, if it's right is right and wrong is wrong. But there comes a point where I've been in your comments as of recent, more recent, saying, stop showing them shit. Stop defending yourself. Those that believe you, and those that don't.
Yes, and I've
So when
had
it
to come to
comes
terms
down,
with that.
and it's hard because we know the truth and we want everyone to know it. But again, we can't make everybody listen
Yeah, you
or
can't make people
absorb.
believe that, and I had to come to terms with I don't give a fuck. If you want to believe it, do that, then do that. But leave me the fuck
Mhm.
alone.
Yeah. And that's what it comes down to. So as of recent, I've been more like, don't show them anything. Quit it. I've seen some of these receipts 10, 12 times. If they can't read and they're not listening to a group of people, not one person, a group of people explaining the same exact thing, same exact detail, same exact event, then I don't care. I'm not
Right.
wasting my energy on you anymore.
Right.
And that's
That's
what it comes
exactly
down to,
it. That's what it boils down to for me because I'm surrounding
Mhm.
myself with good energy, and the rest I could give a damn about.
Yeah, because we have to look at ourselves like a battery. Our battery is full.
Yep.
That battery gets drained by all the things that we go through in our personal life, daily life, online life, whatever it may be. And when we're allowing situations that we're fighting against to drain that battery, then we're losing the energy to deal with all the other things, the good
Yep.
things, our families, our friends that care about us, and the people that do respect and we respect their opinion. It just, there gets to be to a point, and like I said, I'm older than you. Um, but it's one of those situations where you just learn with wisdom that enough. Like, I cannot feed into this anymore. And it's hard for me because I'm somebody who is a right
Hey,
fighter,
Max.
But like I said,
And yes, same. And the thing about it is we can all admit that at some point in our life, how many times have we been wrong about certain
yeah,
situations or certain things? We can all say that. I have, but hell, I ain't trying to sit here and be with people and try to be like, okay, well, here I am to prove you wrong yet again. Fuck it. I don't care. Because my energy is going elsewhere.
yeah, exactly. And that's what I've noticed in the shift of things, especially over here as of recent, because people are just getting to that point where they're just like, fuck it, whatever, think what you want, don't care anymore. Stay out of my way. I'll stay to your way, you stay to my way, and we'll just go on about things because it just gets to be monotonous. All they want to do is bring you down to make themselves feel better. And they
Mhm.
feel as though trashing you is going to make a whole mob of people dislike you. To what? Get you off
Yes.
the app? Come on.
Yes, girl.
Like,
Yes.
again, I'm too old for this shit. I just am.
Exactly. I'm spending my fucking energy, over here chilling, eating fucking Halloween candy and drinking coffee. I give no fucks.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm worried about what flavor creamer I feel like having for that moment. Like, shut the fuck
Right.
up.
Like if I want to go with caramel macchiato, am I going to go with Reese's? What am I going to go with today?
Do
Pumpkin
I want
spice?
hot? Do I want iced? Yeah, that's just where I'm at. And again, like I said, my kids are grown now. I have one grandchild as of now. And, my energy is just shifted to my family. Clearly, with everything with my husband right
And do
now,
you know that I
that's
spend
monopolized me.
yes, girl, in the first part of the morning, the majority of my morning, I spend trying to figure out what I want to cook for dinner.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, I literally will join your live, have you in my earbuds. I'm doing my chores, listening to you banter, listening to the music, and then if something's said and I'll run over to the phone quick, and then I get my stuff done and listen to everybody. It's like watching Broken's crafting her boo towel, the ghost towel. I literally ordered a black towel the other day because I'm like a crafter. I have all the twine and all the other stuff I need, but I was like, oh, I don't have a black hand towel or bath towel. But it's like that's what I did. I was like, oh, I'm gonna make one of those. I was way too cute. And so It's
It's
like,
Broken's
again,
fault most of the day, though.
it is Broken's fault most of the day because T's not up yet, so we have to, blame
Yeah,
Broken.
we have to blame Broken
But
for all the chaos that commences from here throughout the rest of the day. No, I
yeah,
like
and
doing
it's
things
one of
too.
those
Like I
things.
like crafting. Like the other day, I was live just chilling, making Halloween baggies because I wanted to do the
Yeah,
baggies for the
yeah.
kids this year. So I did that, and then we're gonna go to my grandparents for the Halloween weekend to hand out candy and things like that. But we're gonna decorate the front porch. We got to do all that next week.
Nice. Yeah, I know you were doing the bags the other day because you had to do them for yourself, and I think you said you were doing them for your grandparents.
Yeah, I got to do my
But like,
grandmother's up this weekend because they're gone today to their friend's house. But yeah, she's like, I'm gonna need you to help me put them in the bags because you made them so cute.
I love the relationship you have with your grandparents. Like I said, I lost my grandparents very young. And my grandmother was the last to pass, my maternal grandparent, my mom's mom, and she is the only one who saw any of my children, which breaks my heart. But all of
Yes,
my grandparents passed away very young, um, and it's
Mr. T,
again,
you're
I
in
just
trouble.
cherish.
Me too, and that's the thing. Like I cherish the time that I have with them because I don't have my
Mhm.
dad's mom and dad anymore.
Yeah,
Um, they passed away. However, I just am closer to. I'm close to my mom's mom and dad, and I love doing everything with them. We spend time together, and they are my entire world. I wouldn't have it any other way. Um,
yeah,
just because I look at it as if also with my mother, I look at it as they spent the majority of their life raising me. So as they get older, it's my job to help them.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's like my dad's getting a little older now, and he's in very good health. You'd never know. Excuse me, my
That's my
dad's the age that
mother-in-law
he
in the
is.
comments. She loves my grandparents because they are like,
Aw,
yeah, they spent time together when she was here. And she absolutely adores them.
that's amazing. But they should be cherished. They've lived a long time in this world that's gone real sour really quick. I like looking at the things that they've seen in their lifetime and the changes and just what this world has become. Like you just want to protect them, but to have that time with them, like, and I knew with like my grandmother passing, I spent every waking second once we knew. She lied to us. She had cancer,
Uh
and
huh.
she told us that she was going to be able to do treatment, but they wanted to put her on hospice. So from the time that
Hmm.
my grandmother was diagnosed with lung cancer to her DOD was only 3 months. One and a half of that was her lying to us, saying that she was going through radiation and chemo to treat it, and then we found out as she got sick and didn't, for the first couple of weeks, respond, that it had spread to everywhere. And I had 3 months to cherish her as much as I could,
Yep.
and I cherish those memories. My youngest daughter, just went through that. And I said, you are the same age I was when I lost my last grandparent. I said, you need to be mindful of the time that you spend because your boyfriend isn't going anywhere. She is. And
Yep.
you will regret not spending as much waking time with her as possible. Please don't make the mistake that I made with one of my grandparents.
Yep.
And she didn't. She spent as much time as she could, and she had about 3 months, and she did the same thing. And I knew that you try to pass that wisdom on to them. Saying, hey, be smart about this. I know you've got a boyfriend, you want to go out and do things, but trust me, you're going to regret not spending the time that you have because you can never get it back. you know
Oh yeah. And
so
let me tell you, you never get that back, and that's why I try to. I I am so because we've always been like very family oriented, and all the holidays, all the things, and I'm trying to spend that time with them um now because I know that one day I'm not going to have that time. And it's heartbreaking to know that, but I know that they are they have a lot of knowledge behind them. They also share a lot of stories and things like that. I'll actually show you a picture. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like for somebody like myself who doesn't have any grandparents left, hearing all the little stories about your grandparents with your grandparents is it's like vicariously living through your little stories, you know? It makes me smile. Oh my goodness.
They still look young.
Dora, I'll be right back. I have a call coming in.
Okay, honey.
All right, thanks, baby.
You're welcome,
And thank you for
thank
the
you for
gifts,
coming
guys.
into a box, son.
All right, bye, guys.
They're a hot mess express. What the hell? Yeah. I am very young. I am. But I tell you, I absolutely cherish the hell out of them, and they know that. And I gotta show you guys a picture of me and Mama J recently. She is doing well. She is doing well. She's finally got to feeling better, and she's doing excellent. And then you have this little shit with her popcorn. And she's currently in bed with her mama watching Strawberry Shortcake. That's what we're doing. Hot mess ass express. Yeah, Granny, we're going to look for her a Strawberry Shortcake because she loves watching Strawberry Shortcake. I'm not even kidding. She will sit up and watch it. Like Mama J will hold her, like tilted up in her arm, and she'll sit there and watch it. It's crazy. Yeah, she's a mess. Come get both your grandbabies. Shit. I'm making homemade chili tonight for dinner. I am going to cook chili. I'm going to put some things in the crock pot, and I think my mama's coming over for dinner tonight, so I think we're going to do that. Mama J said it's cold out. She wants something cold. We had broccoli cheese soup yesterday, and today it's going to be chili. Chicken taco soup? Yes, girl. I need to make some cracked chicken in the crock pot. Have you guys ever tried it? Hi, Tay-Tay. Oh, of course, Nikki. Anytime, darling. I enjoyed talking with you, and I enjoyed you in the box and hanging out with us. I just haven't decided if Mama J wants conies with her chili or what today. I don't know. She hasn't decided. Hi, Tequila. How are you feeling, love? I hope you're feeling well. I'm going to be getting off soon so I can I need to finish the floors and all the things today. What the hell is this? You love my chili, Mama? I know. I know. You broke your finger last night, girl. What? You're always welcome to chili, Mama. Yeah, I want to get that stuff done today, and I need to work on. I did rearrange the bedroom the other night, and because I decided a big bright idea at 10 o'clock at night that I was going to rearrange everything. That was fun. Oh, you're building it for your dad. Here for it. That's so nice. I love that. I love that you're doing that for him. I'm accident prone, to be honest. Like, when I'm working on something or I'm doing something, honey, I do it every time. Every single time I hurt myself somehow. Hey, sister, how are you? What the heck is going on here? It's chilly outside today. Is it chilly where you guys are? It is here. Let me see what the high today is. I don't know. I need to get Titus in. He just went out. So let me see. $56, Mama, where you are? Today's high is 57. Or no, 60. It's supposed to be 60 today, a low of 38 tonight. And then Saturday through next Saturday, it's going to be up in the 60s and 50s and low of 40s. So I think next Friday is Halloween, isn't it? Holy shit, it's going to rain here 30%. It's going to be high of 54, low of 40. Friday, I believe. Nala Grace, honey. Here for it. Yeah, we're gonna do Halloween. All my family, we give out candy together. So we're doing that this year. Titus is pissed. Nala's pissed because there's a truck that keeps coming by. Come on, Ty. Come on, baby boy. Good job, son. Nala Grace. You see, she don't like the neighbors. I know, right? No, he's in now, honey. There's your treat, Ty. Nala, you want a treat, baby? Your mama's in here. Here, sweetheart. She has little ice cream treats. Look at this. They're strawberry flavored. Here, sissy. She's gonna go eat it. Yeah, they make them in the shape of a little ice cream cone, and it's strawberry flavored. Strawberry and peanut butter, I believe. She loves it. Hot Mess Express. Yes, you are. You're Hot Mess Express. Ollie's here for it is where I found those. Well, eat your treat, baby. Eat your treat. Yeah. Mama needs to put your pajamas on. Hey, Tay, what's he doing, handsome? Hi, Tay. Your granny's in here. You gonna say hi to Granny? Ty, you wanna say hi to Granny? Tay. Look, Granny's in here. You wanna say hi to Granny? Look how big your grandson is. Tay, you gonna say hi to Granny? Come on. Come on, say hi to Granny. Say hi to Granny. Say hi to Granny. He is so big. He's a handsome boy. He's got to have a bath soon. They just had a bath recently. Is that the grocery store? No, it's like a store where they do. It's like an outlet store. They have those treats there. I had never seen them before. Are you talking to TikTok, Nala? Are you talking? Say hi. You saying hi to Granny? She's a mess. You want Mama to put your Halloween shirt on? What did Mommy do with your pajamas? Child, I tell you, Nala is like having a full-time toddler. Hi, son. Hi, son. Sit, boy. What's he doing, handsome? Is your sister being a grouch? They're so funny. She gets pissed off at her brother so bad. I'm gonna try to zoom it in so you guys can see her. Look at her. No, Grace, are you pissy? He's a Labrador. Look at her. She's so cute. You see your mama? Yeah, that's your mama. Yeah, you see mama? Mama been watching your show with you? Look how cute she is, y'all. When she chews. Nala Grace. Nala Grace. Nala. Nala Grace. What? Here she comes. Come on, sweet princess. And Ty wants to play. He pulls all of his toys out of the toy bin every single day. So we have to pick up a bunch of shit ton of toys every day, all day. Nala, where's Molly the monkey? She has a little Molly the monkey. It's purple and pink, and she loves that monkey. It's her favorite. Hi, where's your butterfly? Huh? You got a butterfly too? Where is it? Where is it, littles? Come here. Come here, sweet girl. You want your jammies on? You want your jammies? Here. Come in here and let Mama put your jammies on. Well, guys, I think I am going to hop off and get stuff prepared. I've got to cook, make some lunch, and start in on my floors and all the things. So, come on, sweetheart. Let's go get your jammies on. Come on. Come on, littles. And I will talk to you guys soon.